get it. Oh, fuck. Oh, Jesus, Mary, and Joseph, I knocked everything down. Hold on a sec. Let me start over. Take 2. Holy shit, man. Tonight we're going to start off Halloween right, eh? We're going to start off with a Canadian classic filmed in Nova Scotia, Canada. Not an East Coaster in sight.
I thought this took place in Fort McMurray. Looks like you were on a Tim's run there, eh, buddy?
Holy shit, I was pretty lucky, man. 4 clicks up the road, I found Tom Horkins, man. I found myself some old Honey Crullers. A little crunchy, man, but...
You sound a little like Cheech and Chong, or like...
Wouldn't know if we grew up in Canada, man.
Canadian accent is hard to do.
How dare they make fun of Newfoundland accents?
Sure, they sounds as fucking stunned as us.
Well, my brother, why don't we just stop dicking around and get right into the fucking plot, eh?
My blessed Jesus, what a wonderful movie this is, my son. So it's a Valentine's themed horror film.
I do love holiday themed slashers. The 80s is just pregnant with it. If you're wearing white shoes after Labor Day, you're fucking finished.
This Martin Luther King Day.
Like, this town, I know it's called Valentine's Bluff and stuff. They're really super duper into Valentine's Day.
It is the only game in town. I don't think they celebrate any other holiday. Of course, with any good movie, there is a back plot to a killer. In this case, Harry Warden. The killer is a poet. You didn't find that strange?
What rhymes with aorta?
But he's got to come up with it fast, too. He's like, I gotta stuff this old lady in a dryer. Oh my god. What am I gonna say? Harry Warden was in a mining cave-in, lost his mind, came up, and then got back at the people who caused his death. 20 years later, Harry Warden is back. He starts dispatching people. Of course, there's a warning that you can't celebrate the holiday that is themed around this movie. And then, of course, the killing ensues. We've got young people, but instead of being camp counselors, they all work at the mine, actually.
Do you know this film actually felt like The Deer Hunter?
Yeah, this was written as a sequel to The Deer Hunter. How far into the plot are we gonna get?
You know, it's like people are dying and shit.
The guy who's out to kill everybody there, eh, guy?
The funny thing is it Harry Warden or is it not?
Well, no, it's not gonna be Harry Warden, is it, By? Sure, he...
Oh, no, don't go blowing it, don't go blowing it.
I feel like you need to blow it.
Well...
So, are we gonna... So we can spoil this movie now?
Okay.
We need to. Okay, if we're gonna talk Harry Warden, are we gonna talk letdowns at the end of movies when it turns out? Spoiler warning. Harry Warden actually died by like 5 years ago. This is the kid who everyone conveniently forgot saw his dad get murdered. At the end, they're like, oh, that's right. Sure, 20 years ago.
Oh yeah, that guy. You know, like when they're like calling that woman, she's about as helpful as the guy at the hotel clerk in Prowler. She is a big time CUNT, man. I gotta say, because when they're calling her, it's like, where's Harry Warden? She's like, he's like, you know, he might be on the slab. He's pick one of 3. It's like, oh, you don't remember Harry Warden, the guy that like was part of something that probably changed the Canadian Constitution and the Workers' Code? The guy that was trapped down there for a long time and was a cannibal and then killed people later on? You don't remember that guy?
I didn't buy it at the end because the plot contrivance of everyone forgetting that his dad was murdered by Harry Warden, that to me was almost nonsensical.
Have you not seen Pieces? Have you not seen Friday the 13th Part 2?
Yes, of course. If they make a My Bloody Valentine 2 and Harry Warden is actually back and he didn't die 5 years ago, actually, you know what? That'd be a brilliant sequel.
Why do you think fucking Dennis Hopper comes back for revenge in Part 2 in Texas Chainsaw? Because he's traumatized. He's pissed. Do you not understand trauma? Are you that insensitive?
No, I'm not saying that, but at the end of the movie, I would rather Harry Warden came back at the end of Part 1 or to start Part 2.
Oh, amateur.
I'm just a simple Canadian guy.
I'm gonna tell you something actually really unbelievable. Let me fire up the SIG, I'm gonna tell you a story. So I'm dating this girl, from PEI. Her name's Rachel Sove at the time. Living in Toronto. I'm working in advertising, doing a storyboard art shit. She goes, come over to my dad's house. We're going for dinner. I'm like, right on, cool. I get there, and guess who's there?
Mitsu.
No, man, I'm there with her dad, and I'm looking at his girlfriend at the time. We're eating dinner, and she looks really fucking familiar to me, eh?
Who is it, dear guy?
I'm like, I know you from something. And she's like, I was like into movies and stuff. And I'm like, what? And then this girl, Rachel Solvay, says, hey, this girl, she was in My Bloody Valentine. You like horror films? Well, I instantly turn into Garth. So, you're in My Bloody Valentine. Cool. I'm eating fucking shrimp with Lori. My Bloody Valentine.
I gotta get out of accent. You're blowing my mind, really.
The final girl is sitting across from me while I'm eating shrimp.
Can I ask you a question? I'm gonna ask you something that's gonna make you very happy.
Oh.
Because you're gonna get a chance to talk about something that you love to talk about. Was this a tax shelter film?
Oh, you're going to get me started on Canucksploitation and the tax shelter film. Well, let me start off with the Canadian film Pick Up Summer, who was all... Corey, are you there? Fuck you, man. That's a great story. Box office wise, how did it do?
I think less than about 6 million. Not a tremendous runaway success.
Yeah, but it made double its budget, though.
Well, it did, and it is a cult hit.
What was that? Like Stir Crazy was in the theater, Popeye, Raging Bull.
Altered States, which is my favorite take a drug, become a man-beast movie. Eyewitness.
Everybody's favorite Sigourney Weaver film.
And you can catch this as a double along with Friday 2.
If you're going to time travel and go to the mecca of slasher films, I do believe 1981 is probably where you should go. Anyways, guys, that's all I got to say about My Bloody Valentine. Corey, do you have anything else to say?
Nothing other than I hope the Oilers have a deadly season. Oh, I want to raise my Moosehead high in the sky to another couple of fellas out there, Justin and Adam.
Oh, a couple of hosers out of the peg. My brothers from Frightly Forgotten. I'm so glad you survived the apocalypse, guys.
If I find them, I'm gonna eat them.
Shit, we got a moose head and we're gonna raise it. Have a great fucking night, eh?
Fucking A.
Fucking A.
Stay inside, but time passes slowly. Save pop culture.
Circle Square wants to hear from you. So
write us a letter. Here's our address. 2121 Station F. Toronto, Ontario. M49201. Something like that.
When this madness is finally over, I can serve the next person in line. Can't stop worrying, cause that leads to thinking I'ma catch this deadly disease. I got one friend who always reminds me that it's life after late fees.